So this is a video about how to be easier to be truthful with. Now, if you want the truth following a breakdown in your marriage or a relationship that has led to a breakup or a divorce, and you really want to find out what really actually happened there, you actually have to make yourself easier to be honest with. It's a difficult thing to say because we can kind of have the impression that we're all deserving of the truth, but that isn't actually the case. Some people are just easier to tell the truth to than others. And if you're really defensive, prickly, easily offended, you're going to be a difficult person to actually tell the truth to. And you've got to take that on, because communication is, part of that is the response that you get. And part of it is how you listen. Part of it is not just about how you communicate. And not everybody in those instances can just expect the truth if they react really badly. So you've got to work on how to make your reactions better so that you are easier to tell the truth to. So what do I mean by that? Firstly, you need to control your reaction and response. You've got to listen in a particular way. And when I mean listen, I don't just mean active listening, because there's a lot of, videos and buzzwords about active listening and what that's all about. But I'm talking about attunement. So attunement is totally different. Attunement is really leaning into what the person's saying and stepping into their world for a moment, postponing your own agenda and your own, righteousness and irritation by what they're saying. It's really leaning into, well, what are you saying here for a moment? Where are you coming from? Let me just stand in your shoes. Let me see if I can understand your perspective. So as you're listening, it's a little bit like they're telling what they're saying, like a bunny that's hopping through the forest. Boing, 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 boing. And you're just following this bunny. You're not trying to interrupt them or to curb them or I don't understand where this is going. And what are you trying to say? And that's a defensive, reactive response. It's not going to help you actually get them to tell the truth. Just allow them to let this bunny loose and follow the bunny. And what that looks like is okay, all right, what I hear you saying is that, I get that. And what happened then? And you're curbing your face as well. If you are like that and you are showing offense, because again, most of your communication is actually going to come across in your body language. So if your face is letting them know that you are displeased or irritated by what they're saying, you're also not going to be easy to tell the truth to. So as they're speaking, you're following what they're saying, a bit like following this rabbit through the fields. You're leaning in, you're interested, right? You're postponing your agenda and the point that you would like to make, and you're just letting them speak and really genuinely listening. And the only thing you would say is to clarify what is points of clarification. Okay, how come that happened? What were you feeling at the time? Okay, I understand. And then that happened. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I see. And that's how you got there. Now you're really in their world. Now you have not just followed their bunny. You are next to the bunny, really getting where the bunny's coming from. And that, for a person that is telling their story, particularly if it's a difficult story to tell, and they might feel that they're going to be judged or shamed for their truth, it's going to be easier for them to be that with you if there's no judgment and there's no interruption. Okay, so what it looks like, that's what it looks like when you do it well. When you don't do it well, you have constant interruptions. So no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. This happened. And I don't understand. So you're aggressive, you're cutting them off, you're interrupting them, you are correcting them, you are then coming across in a way that they can see is attacking or aggressive, and it will make them shut down and not want to continue telling you their truth or their story. The other thing that people make a mistake on is they focus on describing the other person. So as this person is trying to tell a story, they have their agenda, and their agenda is well, you never listen, or you never cared. They have a theory, and they're going to insert their theory while the person is trying to tell their story. It's just not an effective strategy at all. if you're doing that, you're actually going to really frustrate and annoy this person, and they're going to, again, shut down and withdraw from the conversation. So rather than describing your theory, describe your own feelings and needs. What I mean by that is, like, if they're saying something and you don't agree, bookmark it in your head. And when they finish speaking, just say, I really understand that this is what happened for you, and that's how you got to where you got to. When that all happened, though, I felt really upset, frustrated, sad. And what I really needed was reassurance, comfort, and support. And that's why I am where I am. Okay, so notice I'm not sharing my feelings and theories about you. You did this, you. If your statements have lots of yous in them, you're already going to be really difficult to tell the truth to. If your statements are describing your own feelings and needs, way easier, okay? So those tips are really key. How you listen, and then when you respond, what you say, okay? Responding in that way is going to be helpful, but another response technique that is key is to summarize and mirror back what you've just heard. Okay, so what I'm hearing you saying is this. What I'm hearing you felt was this. What I'm hearing you needed was that. If you can summarize and repeat back to them what they felt, what they said, what they needed, brilliant, okay? You're going to be someone that is easier to tell the truth to. If you also postpone your agenda and talk about your feelings and needs as opposed to interrupting with your theories about who they are, much easier to talk to you as well. For more kinds of communication tips and techniques, subscribe to our channel. There are more videos like this one, or book a clarity call with someone on our team and we can talk through your unique situation with you. Take care.